your experience, your time, like the actual passage of time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of years, as you just said. We were talking before. I cannot imagine being in solitary confinement for a month, let alone a year, let alone 20 years. So, what was the impact? What did writing, whether it's poetry or writing letters, or what did language bring to you in that time? I wonder if you could talk a little bit about that.
I can, but I'm gonna have to answer that question in the form of a poem.
Okay. Okay.
So I composed this poem called "Genie in a Bottle," and as a creative writer, I tend to not go with the flow. So when most people think of a genie in the bottle, they think of someone in the bottle that will come out and grant them 3 wishes, which is how in fiction it is painted. Well, I sort of twisted it up, and I became the genie in the bottle, looking for someone to free me. And so I'll just share this poem, "Genie in the Bottle," and answer your question like that. It says, "I'm the genie in the bottle. The world has forgot. They put me in this abyss and closed up the top. I was a little boy when they did what they did, but time continued to tick, and I'm no longer a kid. My mother is dead, and so is my father. I've been abandoned by family while trapped in this bottle. But I hold on to hope that someone will open the top, answer my prayers, and help me out. Sometimes people pick up the bottle and put their eye to the hole, but instead of compassion, act indifferent and cold. I suffer sensory deprivation, a lost sense of direction. There's no mirror in this bottle for me to see my reflection. They say being lonely and alone are 2 different definitions, but it's only me in this bottle, so I fit both descriptions. What I need is a friend, someone to extend a hand. It can be as simple as picking up a pen. Someone who cares, accepts me for who I am, my magnetic personality, and my baggage from the past. Someone who helps heal the sorrow, will work on building our tomorrows. Someone who refuses to leave me to die in this bottle." So, and to answer your question, the writing process was simply a way for me to cry. In prison, tears and just speaking, as a whole, as a generation, men I look down on for, shedding tears. And that's increased by 2 or 10 while you're incarcerated. So I had to cry through my pen. My pen was the way that I shed my tears. And in fact, what brought me national exposure was a poem called "Uncried Tears," when my lawyer, Brian Stevenson, put it in his national best-selling book, Just Mercy. So for me, the writing process was a way, man, it was cathartic. It was how I provided therapy to myself that I wasn't being provided. It was my consolation. It was how I hugged myself, how I patted myself on the back,